Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for coming to Ancestors and Alchemists. I am your reader. Thank you so much for letting me read for you all. I hope that this reading resonates and I hope that it helps you in any way that it can. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And for all those who have already liked and subscribed, thank you so much. Continue to do it. And if you have not, please do. Also, I love your comments, so please go ahead and comment as well. So we'll go ahead and hop into the reading. It looks, the first three cards that came out were Goodbye, Yemiya, who's like the goddess of love and water, I believe, and Resistance. So Gang Sarah. I love that card. I don't see that card very often, and I love it. Just because it reminds me of this song, Gang Gang. Do you gang bang? Um, so when I start pulling on the cards on the goodbyes, I was literally getting mixed signals, right? Mixed signals and swipe right, go. And I'm like, what the heck? And then for Gang Gang, I was getting confirmation. No. For Gang Gang, I was getting unstable, abusive, love struck, and the Two of Cups. And so it looks like what's happening is that you are kind of in a passage time in your life, a transitional time in your life. That's a better way to say it. 144 might be significant. Where you are leaving one thing, you're going on to do something more stable or to become more stable. But in the present moment, we're seeing an awakening, right? With the Yemiya, because that was in the middle. We're seeing kind of a rebirth, kind of a starting over. We're seeing a lot of, there might be something significant about the color blue in both of those. So it may be something with your throat chakra where you're speaking up more for yourself, where you're just kind of using your voice in a way to help sustain, where it looks like maybe you weren't able to do that before. And so for Yemiya, we're seeing the Page of Wands, right? Like we are seeing this kind of brightness, this newness with the Page of Wands and the sun. And then it looks like also what you are leaving is this Nine of Swords in the upright, this Three of Cups in the reverse, and then it looks like there is an Eight of Wands happening. And so when I clarified the goodbye, hold on, I'll show you my man things, which was very interesting. It came out with the Queen of Cups, which I'm assuming is you. So it's just feminine energy. It does not denote, any kind of gender. It's just energy. It looks like there's a passage or a transition, right? Like with the goodbye in itself, the World in reverse, the King of Swords in the upright, the only card in the upright, and then the King of Cups in reverse. And so from this spread and even the way it laid out, because I don't necessarily lay these out. Like sometimes I'm just so, putting things down, or like spirit will say, put it here, put it there, lay this like this. And I'm like, all right. So it does end up making sense later on. And so what I'm seeing is that there is a passage happening, like you are in the middle of leaving something, and it looks like the Queen of Cups has not left just yet, but is on the way to leaving something, while the King, and that could be, Queen of Cups, we're looking at a water sign. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and we're also see the World with the King of Swords, so we could be looking at an air sign. Hold on, I'm not great with all of the zodiac. So this could be a Libra, or an Aquarius, or a Gemini, I believe is the other air sign. And then we have the presence of the King of Cups also in reverse, which could also denote some kind of water sign in like the sun, moon, or rising, right? Or Venus. And so again, that's Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And so I'm like, okay, this is interesting. What's going on? And so when I looked deeper into, okay, well, who is this King of Swords? Because I'm pretty sure that the Queen of Cups is your energy. You know, again, it does not denote any kind of gender. It's just talking about energy. And so it looks like, hold on. I got them. I'm picking them up. It looks like there's a Six of Cups in reverse, the Fool in reverse, the Two of Pentacles, the Emperor upright, the Hierophant upright, the Temperance in reverse, and the Five of Wands in reverse. No, I just dropped everything. That's okay, I remember. And that goes there and there and there and there and there. So it looks like whoever this person was, maybe you, for some reason, the Six of Cups gave me childhood, and not just past, but almost like growing up together, maybe. So maybe you've known this person for a very long time, or you all were kids or something like that. And so that gave me like this idea of like growing up together. So this is somebody that you could have possibly grown up together with. And this person actually does not want you to have this new start. But also what I'm seeing is that this person also juggled you. And with the Emperor and the Hierophant, it feels like whatever this connection was, I'm going to assume, I mean, it could be family, but it doesn't feel like family. This connection feels like some kind of, especially with the Hierophant, it feels like some kind of long-term relationship. This person did not want you to, you felt very alone in this connection. Yeah, it feels like you felt pretty alone in the connection itself. Yeah, and it just looks like that they juggled you and they made you what looks like compete for their affection. Yeah, and what also popped out on top of that stuff is the Nine of Swords. Now I found that interesting because under the Yimiya, you had the Page of Wands in the upright, the Sun in the upright, and then all of a sudden it goes to the Nine of Swords. And then the Nine of Swords pops out for the King of Swords. And so it looks like you are leaving this situation because it gave you a lot of anxiety. Like you didn't feel safe. I'm getting something about headaches. Like maybe you were getting migraines or getting headaches or like not sleeping well, or there was some kind of disturbance. And also with this Three of Cups, it also felt like the disturbance, what it goes with this King of Wands, like you were leaving a situation that put you in a third party. That's what it feels like. So with this King of Cups that is on top of it, it came in the reverse and it is on top of the King of Swords and at the bottom. So the Queen of Cups is all the way at the top. The King of Cups is all the way at the bottom. They're both reversed. And it just looks like these two just have not come together yet because there's things in the middle, right? Like Queen of Cups at the top, the Six of Swords, the World, the King of Swords, and then the King of Cups in reverse. It just looks like there's things in between you and whoever this new person is coming in. And where the King of Swords put you in this third party energy, it looks like you and whoever this King of Cups is, you're mirroring each other. But also you two are not just mirroring each other, but you and this King of Swords are sort of mirroring each other, but in an opposite way. Like, I don't know how to describe that well. Like it's a mirror, but it's also like the counter of whatever it is, or the contrast or the opposite. So where this King of Swords puts you in a third party, it looks like this King of Cups in reverse is going to celebrate with you. That's what it looks like to me. So it's the opposite. That's the only way I can describe it. And so I kept asking about, just to kind of help you to be clear about who it is that this King of Swords is. It looks like somebody who did not see or did not understand or did not appreciate maybe that you are actually the high priest, and that could have been a divine connection. Now it did come in the reverse, but again, I got a theory. It came in the reverse because this King of Swords is in the reverse. So where these two are not necessarily mirrors, but they kind of are mirrors of each other, where this King of Swords did not appreciate that you were the high priestess and this could have been a divine connection. When you get to this King of Cups, it's going to reverse. This King of Cups knows exactly who the fuck you are, and this King of Cups knows exactly what the fuck he got. Clear? Good. All right. And so I asked, well, who is this King of Cups? And I came out with a nurturer. And this King of Cups is highly protected, and this relationship is highly protected. And so in the very last reading, I saw the same thing, right? The same kind of protection around the lovers, right? Like, but this time the High Priestess came out. So I wonder if it's a continuation or if it's just kind of, you know, this is a collective, so if it's just kind of moving pieces around, give a little bit more nuance to the situation where the previous reading did not. And so it looks like where this King of Swords put you in this Nine of Swords energy, had you in your head, right? That this is a sword. These are the swords. There's not a lot of swords in the stack. So whatever swords that I pick out, they are a consequence of this King of Swords, is what I understood. Now, where this person, the King of Swords, puts you in a third party situation, there's going to be a slowdown for him, almost like karma. It looks like consequences. Yeah, it looks like consequences. But for you, and for this other connection, because you are the cups, it ends up, that connection with the King of Cups and you, it fills your cups. You all celebrate. It kind of negates the Nine of Swords. And then, sorry, that shouldn't have came out like that. This is, there may be a slowdown because you all haven't met yet, and that probably has something to do with the King of Swords, but as soon as he's out of the way, your Eight of Wands comes in. Like, this thing goes fast. Yeah, it goes fast. Especially since you are coming up as Yin and Ya with the Page of Wands. Like, there's some energy in that connection. Because this person also comes up as the King of Wands. I know it's in reverse. Don't freak out. It's in reverse because it comes on top of this Ace of Wands. So whatever it is in the long term. So when I look at the Resistance, which was the last card, if you can see it, like there's some kind of oak tree or some kind of tree in the background, and it just gave me that you were really abundant, and it gave me a lot of stability. Like, whatever it before, it made you very, I saw it, but it didn't click. Before, that other relationship made you really unstable, and to some extent it was abusive, but you stuck with it for a while. But there is something that is coming in that's going to unify you and whoever this King of Cups, King of Wands coming in. And when it does, this means long-term investment, like investment dividends over and over again. This means emotional satisfaction, right? Like, you're looking at at the fullness of what life can be. And this also allows you to put down the baggage that you picked up from the previous relationship that was unstable and in some ways abusive, at least emotionally abusive, because you come up as the Queen of Cups. This new person comes up as the Queen of Cups, but the old person comes up as the King of Swords, which looks like mind games to me. But what comes after you putting down the baggage that this person left you with is the Ace of Wands. But that Ace of Wands will be furthered and like even more lit, right? Like you already have a spark because you are coming up as a Page of Wands. You have a spark. But it's something about this new person coming in that's going to light your spark even more, or it's going to take off. It's something that's going to be creatively impactful and fulfilling. It's going to be a relationship that is that just blossoms with passion, where the old relationship didn't, right? Like it just soured a little bit in the passion area. You get that back with this King of Wands. Okay, right? You getting my drift? Yeah, great. And so what we're seeing is not just passion, is not just creativity, it's not just you getting your spark back. Because for real, the Yemiya and the Gang Gang Star, it was giving Stella getting her groove back. But not just Stella getting her groove back, but that you all are going to build something. So not only are you going to have celebration and like emotional fulfillment, but you're also going to have a community, and you all are going to be investing and building something beautiful. I mean, it's very, yeah, because it feels like this person sees you as somebody that they could build with. So I guess I want to know right now, what is the energy that is blocking this connection? Where should we go? Let's go. What's the vibe? I'm gonna go tank. Yeah, I'll go. What's the vibe? Let's see what this one hurts to say. Spirit, what is the energy that is blocking this connection between the Queen of Cups and the? That's interesting. Glow up came out. Cutting ties. Harmony. Cutting ties in the reverse. Harmony in the upright, and longing in the upright. So it looks like you went through a glow up, and clingy X on the bottom. So it looks like because you went through a glow up, and you are in cutting season, baby. Cutting season, right? You about to cut this King of Swords. And they don't want you to. They feel like there is a harmony here. They will miss you. And it's something about like them not wanting to feel alone. Something like that. I mean, I guess that explains it, because they never want to be without options, right? Wild behavior. Thor agrees. And so I guess I want to know more about this King of Cups. Like, I'm gonna do Tangled Love, the Tangled Love deck. I want to know more about the King of Cups. Like, what's happening over here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with the King of Cups? Like, who is this person? Who is this person? Real love, real deal. So this person is, if this is a masculine, they feel emotionally intelligent. This is obviously a counterpart, because all of those cards that came out, they came out together. the Queen of Cups, the Six of Swords, the World, the King of Swords, and the King of Cups, they all came out together. And so the pair in that is the Queen of Cups and the and the King of Cups. And so this person feels really emotionally stable, which would make sense if they are, ooh, and intuitive. You come up as a high priestess, they are likewise intuitive. And where the other person saw themselves as the emperor and the hierophant, they were not. Divine, oh, yep, real love, it says divine union. Yes, and that's probably why Archangel Michael is protecting it. It's one that flipped out on top of Three of Cups. It says, distractions, options, always busy, wandering eye, kept you waiting. And so it looks like the person who kept you waiting, who always had options, who was always busy and made you feel alone, right? With that Emperor and the Hierophant, they are trying to stick around. Now I got a clump that came out. All right, what we got? They don't like to be left in, oh golly. They don't like to be left, is what they're saying. They don't want to be left alone. Even though with that person, what we're seeing is, yeah, their desire. I mean, honey, you desire a bull. What else they want? Yeah, you fixing to be desired because you're desirable. This King of Cup think you desirable too. But that don't mean they get you, right? So yeah, they don't want to leave you because you're desirable, but also you all didn't balance each other well. That person was the King of Swords, who's generally very concise. This person gives mind games, and though. So with the King of Swords in reverse, usually you would think that that was a really concise person, but also it looks like that person gave mixed signals on purpose. Like they were mind games. So they seemed like they were concise, but it also feels like they were they pretended to like not know what was going on a lot of the times. Like it feels weird. And so you guys didn't balance each other because you are very intuitive. You're very emotionally sensitive, while this person couldn't be, not like you were always chasing them, but like you were always trying to get them to be like you were trying to get them to be more stable because water needs stability, right? But this person was very airy, like truly an air sign, or just had a lot of air placements. They gave the impression, it's weird because, well, this might be that Gemini energy. In some ways, they feel like very decisive, but then in some ways, they feel like really flighty. And so maybe this is like just two sides of their personality or two sides of their appearance, or maybe this is what we're looking at. The concise part is like the mask, or the decisive part is like the mask, but underneath that is the insecurity. And that's why they went to the other people, to kind of help them not feel so insecure. Oh, I didn't notice that. What did I ask before? What was keeping? I didn't notice that there were cards behind it. So we have intimacy, forever kind of love with a ring. You see that in a rose? And then distractions. Yeah, this person was, baby, they had options. But the options, I mean, you coming up as the lovers, you coming up as a high priestess. I mean, what kind of options could you have? You coming up as a Queen of Cups. It wasn't that you weren't a good option. It was just that this person was so flighty, inconsiderate, I'm hearing. Flighty, inconsiderate, and insecure. So it's almost like they didn't know what they wanted until it was ready. It was time to lose you. Baby, let this shit go. Go towards something real. Anyway, so this person, of course, they desire you because you are fucking desirable, but that relationship was out of balance. It did not feel safe for you. Like, that didn't feel like a secure place because there was a lot of instability. And, like, I don't know if there was, like, it feels like emotional abuse. It could have been physically abusive. I'm sorry if there's a trigger there. So it could have been like that because this King of Cups comes up manipulative. But some of it is purposeful manipulation, but some of it is just because they're so insecure that they don't know themselves. And so it's manipulation by default. It's just a lot of mind games. I don't know what and so a lot of the times you felt alone, and right now they're feeling like, uh-oh, I'm fixing to be alone. Well, yeah, nigga, you is. It wasn't healing. Like, there was nothing about that relationship that was safe for you. It wasn't anything that was going to bring you any kind of security. Like, there were mixed signals. It was unstable. Like, that's what the King of Swords, it does, right? Tons of red flags. And they were seeing other people. I don't know. I kind of got this feeling that even while you all might not be all the way broken up, or it might not be all the way done, but even now, it feels like this doesn't feel over, is what I'm saying. This still feels very present. Like, this is not something that happened, right? It's not something that happened. It almost feels like something that either happened in the recent history or something that maybe is still happening. What a fucking loser. So let's see. Do you know who this King of Cups is? Like, do you know them? Yeah, do you know them? Because inquiring minds. Uh-oh. Page of Pentacles and the Star. So it looks like it's something that's going to start small, but it also looks like something, King of Wands in reverse again. Like I said, it also looks like something that both of you, because it's in the reverse, maybe it won't start small. Because, like, with the stuff for you two, I'm taking in the reverse. And so maybe it won't start small. And it might be something that he's manifesting. Like, this person asked for you. They feel single also. They feel very single. And with them coming up as the King of Wands twice, and there are actually a lot of wands here, it feels like something that is not only going to be stable, but something that's going to be really passionate. And that passion might come up pretty quickly. Yeah, y'all might not be able to keep your hands off each other is what I'm trying to say. And it's somebody who's strong. Yeah, they feel single to me. They feel single. Also, it feels like you are going to, sorry about that. Okay, the clump keeps wanting to come out. You are going to want to be invested. Oh, look at that. It's the, oh, it's the Three of Pentacles twice. That's so cute. I just noticed that. And at the same time, I saw the King of Wands with the Three of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a keeper. Oh my gosh. you are going to want to make sure that you're investing well, because with this other relationship that you're getting out of, because you were in that situation where it was emotionally abusive and unstable and you didn't feel safe, you might carry all of that with you. So just beware, because yeah, beware, beware, because you don't want to turn into the red flag that you just left, right? So this could be significant. That this person could be a Virgo, but they do a lot of like self-reflecting. But there's somebody who has a lot of passion toward you. And it looks like somebody with the Four of Cups, it looks like somebody who's watching you but has not stepped up yet. Or is like watching you wanting to step up. But there's something that's stopping them from proceeding, with the Five of Wands in reverse, the Hangman, and the Three of Wands in the reverse. So it looks like there's something, which makes the Eight of Wands and explains like the slowdown, right? So it looks like there are feelings towards you, like feelings, like they're thinking about you twice. They're watching you. They're also doing some self-reflection, but this feels like thinking about you and watching you. But there's something that's stopping them. And I think I want to know what's stopping them, and then we'll wrap this up, because this is a really beautiful reading. You got not just you're leaving something toxic, but you're also coming into yourself. You're also getting ready to birth something new. And part of that newness feels like just a new view of love, a new appreciation of love of self, and also love for another. I keep looking at the dolphins. 40 could be significant. I keep looking at the dolphins, and I do believe that the dolphins mate for life. And that's kind of what the resistance card is giving me also. Like just a lot of stability where you didn't have much. Yeah. So what is stopping this person from coming in? If they're watching, what's stopping them from making their move? Spirit, what's stopping them from making their move? Pop the question came out. I mean, it flew out. But it also flew out on top of the stuff that, on top of the description for the King of Swords. What is stopping them from making their move? So maybe it's just that Jackass was on the bottom. Maybe it's just that you still are, they know that you are still in a relationship with this King of Swords. And maybe that's, or with this Jackass, because that's what came out. And then Psycho comes out. Okay. Your soon-to-be ex is quite the guy, isn't he? Or a girl. But they're waiting. They're waiting for their happily ever after, right? Like they're waiting to invest. That's a negation, because it comes with feelings, love message. Like they are waiting, and this is not going to be the same kind of illusion that you got with the previous person. This is something real, but it will feel like a fairy tale. They're waiting for you. I love this energy. I love it for you. Congrats. There's something beautiful coming in. A protected divine union. That's lovely. So get this last thing wrapped the fuck up. Shall we? so we can move on. Move on to bigger and better. Oh, literally? You did get the King of Wands twice, so Stella got her spark back. What was the guy's name in Stella Got a Group? Tay Diggs played the character. What was Winston? That was his name. Okay, Stella. Winston coming. I love it for y'all. All right, let's see what the ancestors say, and then we can get this wrapped on up. Get out of here. Not pleasure on the bottom, though. I'm telling, look. You do got a lot of wands on this table, okay? It's a lot of wands. Lot of wands happening, okay? It feels like, so shame was the first card that came out in the reverse. It just feels like let go of any, 44 could be significant. Let go of any, what does 44 mean? I'm going to start looking those up. I believe 44 means protection. It just feels like shame was like let go of any notion that that previous relationship was your fault, right? Like, it looks like that it was not. You don't have to carry that shame. It doesn't belong to you. And if you do, you're picking up some stuff that's not rightfully yours. Like, that's not karma that you have to hold because it's not yours, literally. So let go of any kind of shame. Go ahead and forgive yourself if you feel like you need to. But, I mean, do it and move on, because it looks like you have such a beautiful and bright future. I did see the sun again while I was shuffling. A beautiful and bright future. Like, there's stability in it. All right. Don't forget to be bold, right? Don't forget to, like, live out loud, right? Shine, because it looks like before, like, even the contrast between this goodbye that came out first and like the next card, the contrast is crazy. And so just like you came out as the Page of Wands and the Sun, your ancestors are like, do not forget to shine. This is you. And so again, because we are the alchemists, anything that comes out that's positive, that's in the reverse, we get to turn it around because we get to make that choice. You're leaving behind any kind of storms. They're gone. So you don't have to be as protective of yourself. You don't have to be as harsh as you did before, because before, as the Queen of Cups, you know, you came with this beautiful soft energy, but being joined with the King of Swords, it made you have to get tough because you were enduring storms over and over and over again. That's gone. It's gone. You don't need that. And if you do need it, if you want it, you can create these storms, and that's how you create things, because, you know, storms, you got lightning, you got rain, water, Queen of Cups, right? And so you have this ability to take a storm and like manipulate it into a way that's useful in order to grow things, right? Like, in order to, you need storms, you need heavy winds in order to make trees solid, right? So you can take any kind of energy that you come in contact with and use it to create. But in order to do that, you got to be bold. You got to be loud. Thunder claps, right? Thunder is loud. And here's another blue. It's something about your voice. It's something about like making sure that you are using your voice. It could be like making sure you're using your voice to speak up for yourself. Maybe you do some speaking for work. I'm not sure, but use your voice. You need to. Be loud, be brazen, be bold, because that's what this energy says. Like, the alchemist is bold because the alchemist knows that they can create something from little to nothing, right? And then make sure to shine. Make sure that you are seeing yourself shine, because that's what's going to fill all of those cups. Just like you got the 10 of cups. You shining fills those cups. And then if you got cups, then you got investment, because those two things cannot be separated, right? All right. This is beautiful energy. I am so proud of you, and I am so happy for you. Like, I love this for you, what you're leaving and what you're walking into. And by the way, when this came out as like what energy is stopping this person from coming forward, this came out, is because this person also wants this, with the 4 of Wands, with the 2 of Cups, with the Lovers. You got something real, real beautiful here. Keep it sacred. Keep it hidden. Keep it safe. Like, I don't know. Lord of the Rings. I don't know. Anyway, that's what Archangel Michael is doing. Keeping it secret. Keeping it safe. All right. You guys, congratulations. I am so happy for you. And until next time. Okay? Okay, love you. Bye.